So this video is titled Cancer Patients and JJ. I'm assuming for the J Juice, aka the Jilly Juice. I'm sure nobody's going to have any problems with this video at all.
Cancer patients and everything is connected in JJ. Okay. So lately I've been having people ask about their friend's cancer or their cancer or their friend's cancer.
Why?
And how to understand Jilly Juice is like this. Look at this pen, okay? This is a pen in the matrix. This is a pen in the alternative matrix, in the fear matrix, in the demonization matrix, okay? So this pen is birthed in a facility and it is new. So when you buy it from the store, it is new. It's full of ink and it's perfect and everything is great. And then you use it, okay? And then you're in a public.
You see, when a mommy pen and a daddy pen fall in love and care for each other, and 9 months later, it's birthed in the factory. Oh my God, dude. I mean, one would think that maybe, just maybe, we'd start out a little slow, but no. We're full speed ahead on this one.
And then the pen changes hands, and someone borrows the pen gets dropped, the pen gets put in someone's pocket and gone through, the pen gets left in a car. Someone hates the pen and they just throw it because they're like upset at it. This pen has gone through so many hands, so many different people, and there's still ink in it, but it's kind of drying out. So like when you use it, it's a.
I've never actually felt so related to a pen. I do feel pretty dried and used up, Jillian, but what the fuck is your point?
A year or two down the road, yeah, it gives you a little bit of color, but you notice that the ink is fading. You have to actually color over it to then get it to where it's black or something. Okay, but the pen is still going strong, but it is beat up, gone through a billion different hands, gone through different climates, maybe taken a plane trip somewhere else because someone put it in their backpack, been to school, been to work, been everything.
Okay.
So, cancer patient or anyone with cancer disease and chronic illness, think of your body as if this was your pen, okay? This pen has gone through some hell. And it's still a little usable, but then you notice that when pens don't work anymore, they dry up and then they get thrown away. Okay, so that's kind of like humans in our society. When you're not useful anymore, okay, so when you're aging and degrading and when you can't even produce, even for yourself, and you're living off the system, getting handouts, and you're not useful, eventually you're gonna be thrown away. Okay, that's just what happened. Then what happens? People pass.
Jillian, we don't throw people away. That's not, we don't physically throw anybody away. I mean, sure, people, because of lack of services or whatever, might kind of slip the cracks in society and they suffer, but we don't intentionally and explicitly take a human being and be like, well, you're done. You're not useful anymore. We're gonna go hopefully recycle. I mean, there is climate change to worry about. But my God. Okay, hang on. And this gets down to one of the core things that I can never quite get tired of with Jillian. One of the things that I love about this woman so much, this makes such total sense in her mind. And it only makes sense because she never stops for a second to be like, is it a good idea for me to compare a dying cancer patient to an office supply? Because if you were to ask that question of yourself, 99.99% of people on the planet would be like, that's probably a really stupid idea. That's probably kind of almost inhuman in a way. Unironically. Maybe we shouldn't do that. But not Jillian. Oh, no. Not our girl.
Okay?
Okay.
So, everything is connected. which means that when you do the J juice, okay, when you do the J juice, you're going to be dealing with every single memory, every single like major event that this pen has gone through, your body has gone through. So imagine if you were born with.
So when you do Jilly juice, it makes you have a psychic connection to a pen.
Genetic defects. Imagine if you had abuse happen in gestation period through your pregnancy. Imagine if, you know, all the natural immunity the mother passes on to the baby, which is basically everywhere the mother has been to where she's been exposed to a virus.
So from the mother pen to the baby pen. I know, I'm not being charitable. I know she's talking that pens are bodies, but this is the dumbest metaphor or analogy or whatever the fuck they like. I feel my brain is melting in my skull right now, okay?
So a cancer patient will have to deal with everything they've ever dealt with. And when you try to sell Jilly juice as if it was going to only reverse that cancer, and then they do the Jilly juice, and they're like, oh yeah, I have breast cancer, but damn, my heartbeat is going fast. Or damn, I have a major headache. Or damn, why is my back hurt? Or my...
B, because you poisoned yourself with too much salt. You have hypernatremia. You should probably go to the doctor immediately.
Right off the bat, you may be dealing with major past issues. First, you got to get through the waterfalls, and you have to actually push through and clear the pipes. So,
can we not use plumbing metaphors when we're talking about your poo juice causing violent diarrhea?
It's not diarrhea.
God damn it!
I have people trying to message me for their friends. Oh, is Jilly juice going to cure? Is it going to cure their carcinoma, their cancer? And I'm like, see, this is why I block people.
Hang on a second. Let's break that down real quick. Jillian, using an incredibly derisive and insulting, mocking tone, mimicking people asking her, desperate people asking her if she can help save the life of a friend of theirs or a loved one of theirs who's dying. And Jillian's like, and then, this is why I block people. I legitimately hope that there is some context to this. Like, oof.
Because they've been on my Facebook forever, and they still don't understand this is not a cure. You try to sell this as a cure to somebody, you're setting them up to fail, and then you just destroyed the whole thing of Jilly juice for them, and then you basically destroy them.
What?
Because you could have given them a different characterization of J juice. You could be doing it yourself.
Oh, wait. Okay.
And then you could be showing the results of it because you've been on my Facebook for the last 2 freaking years.
Okay, so I apparently this has got to be something that we're not privy to. Probably something very insider. Kind of like how she gets really pissed off at some of her followers who are like, okay, well, yeah, Jilly juice, but also, hey, chemtrails. And then she freaks out. She blocks her like, no talking about chemtrails in my fucking group. We only talk about Jilly juice, and that's it. Because she's a narcissistic psychopath. But, that's really fun to do. But in this one, she's now mad because people are telling other people that Jilly juice can cure them. Well, if these people have been on your Facebook for 2 years, then they've seen you claim that this will cure things, Jillian. You went on to national television with me. I was there. I was right there. And I heard you say that this could cure things. Of course people are going to say that. And of course they're going to say it to their friends who are dying. Because they don't want them to die. But it looks kind of bad for people to do that now because you've since gotten into trouble. Isn't that right?
Though J juice is not trendy, but they look at it as J juice is trendy because it's been through Dr. Phil and it's had all this controversy and all these.
The only thing trending about Jilly juice is people enjoying shitting all over it, which I am blatantly doing right now for views. Yep, I ain't even gonna hide it. That's what's going on right now.
When you actually do the J juice, the older you are, the harder it's going to be. The more damage you sustain and the more that you hold off on the J juice, the harder it's going to be. And I've had people that have.
You know, if you're having all those ills, those pains, it's getting harder and harder the older on you are in years. I mean, really, it's your own fucking fault because you could be on the Jilly juice and be as healthy as this magnificent specimen right here. I mean, it really, like, when you think about it, it's all your fault.
Some of you are like, oh, yeah, you know, J juice is nothing. I could just do all my little pills, powders, and supplements, and I'm young, and I'm 30. But you know what? Time goes by pretty quick. When you have kids, when you're so busy, it's going to be like that. And then the next 10 years, you're seeing your body degrade even more. And now you're like, I've been exposed to Jilly juice. She looks amazing. Jillian looks amazing. She doesn't look like she did way back when. She's healed and sealed. She's not imbalanced emotionally in the body.
Hang on. Let's really compare at this point in time. Let's compare Jillian 2 years ago to Jillian now. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I feel bad for those that have kids with special needs. And I'm going to say this because some parents are not getting help from their community. And they have kids with special needs that they're missing work. They can't get sitters. They have not really figured out and tapped into the resources of the community. So they're giving all of their life force to a child that will continuously need their attention, their minerals, their emotions, their resources. And then the parents don't know their own boundaries, and they allow that special needs child to keep taking from them. They're not giving themselves.
As opposed to what, Jillian? What are they supposed to do? Just say, no, I'm not going to give you my minerals. Minerals? What fucking minerals are you even talking about? But what exactly in that thick, salt-poisoned fucking brain of yours do you actually expect parents to do? Parents of special needs kids to actually do instead? I gotta know.
Their own space to heal, or figure out how to bring in other resources so that way that parent can go and heal on their own and maybe find some way to get this to their special needs child with the blessings of the community, if the community is looking after the child, to see if they can better a situation. Because imagine if you have a special needs child and then you're trying to live indefinitely. I mean, that's fine. You take care of your special needs child until they're however old they are, and then they will pass away because you know, not only are people who are relatively healthy in the system pass away because of the fact of their systematic degradation, but special needs children will pass away at some point, and some faster than others, but some longer than others. Okay?
You see, the problem is that having a special needs kid means that you might not have the availability to drink my salty shit juice. But say for some reason you are actually taking my salty shit juice, and you then are going to live forever, okay? Then you have to make sure you're also giving your severely disabled child my salty shit juice. Otherwise, you're going to have that uncomfortable moment of having to, when you're going to be living forever, watch your disabled child perish. Wow! I mean, I'm really at kind of a loss for words. Although I do have one thing I should probably add. Jillian doesn't have any children. Like any. She doesn't have any special needs kids. So that's one mark against this argument. But she also doesn't have any kids at all.
I mean, just like when you're in an airplane and they're going through all the safety precautions and regulations, they say, hey, give yourself oxygen first in a time of a crash landing, and then give the oxygen to your child.
You see, having a special needs kid is kind of like being in a very long, prolonged airplane crash, right? This is her metaphor, not mine. This is not my metaphor. But if you're in a long, prolonged airplane crash, like having a special needs kid, make sure that you put the oxygen mask over yourself before putting it over them, which means you should be drinking my salty shit juice and living forever first, so then you can give my salty shit juice to your disabled child so they can live forever too. Brilliant.
Okay? So
No,
it's
not okay. Not okay,
so anyway,
Jillian.
so it's I mentioned that because somebody in my world is dealing with that. They have a child that is nonverbal, still wears diapers. It's going to get harder as they get older. What are you going to do for yourself as well as for your kid?
Okay. Let's take a pause there because there is something I think is very important to point out, and this is something that I think Jillian has no conceptual understanding of, and I think it's important that you do. If you are the parent of a special needs kid, her statement that it just gets harder is wrong. It's absolutely in-fucking-correct. There's really only one major hump to get through when you have a special needs kid, and that's puberty. And that doesn't always have to be a horror show, just like with any kid. It just matters about support. So if you have a special needs kid, be sure that you understand that life can actually improve quite a bit as time goes on, as long as you're proactive with great social programs. Don't listen to this dumb bitch because she doesn't know. She doesn't even have one kid, let alone a special needs kid. Fuck Jillian. She's wrong. Just so you know.
If you are totally adverse to pain, you're not going to do the J juice because you will freak out with every single healing process. Because the reason why you got to the point of...
What the fuck was that sound? Ugh.
Parents out there that are very, very evil, that have abused their child. And then the child doesn't ever talk about it. And even as an adult, never deal with it. And that's when people do stupid things like they kill their child because they're afraid that no one's going to take care of their special needs child. That's what people are left with, these kind of decisions. And it sucks because they haven't looked at their own life as well as the life of their child as far as the long-term planning, because they're living moment to moment to moment. They're being an activist for that specific disease. And, we need to raise money, to raise awareness about this issue or that issue. And in the meantime, their body's being destroyed by their activism and by their lack of awareness that they have to eventually deal with this stuff.
Fuck crowdfunding. Fuck activism. You're out there trying to be, I'm a good person. I'm trying to raise money for childhood leukemia. I'm trying to raise money for AIDS research. You know what? You're just killing yourself, man. You're just putting all that pressure and that stress on you. Like, you know what? All them people out there with their leukemia, all them problematic little kids out there dying. All the people out there suffering from AIDS in other world countries and shit. You know what? Let them take the J-juice themselves, okay? You need to address your shit first. By caring for other people, you're killing yourself, and instead you should be selfish and drink my salty shit water. Fuck, I love this woman. Oh my God. God, she's incredible.
If you're not prepared to deal with the pain, do not promote this. If you're not even doing this, do not promote this. Because that's what chaps my hide even more. Someone's promoting this. They're not even doing it. It's like, why are you promoting this? And you're asking me questions. Oh my God, is this going to cure someone's cancer? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass when you build your entire platform for years on being able to cure anything. And then people ask if you can cure something. I mean, fuck, man. That's awful. What a horrible, horrible, torturous existence you must lead. That is just... God, I feel so fucking bad for you, Jillian. Wow.
It's October. The demons are coming out, and they're testing me, and I'm okay with that. They come back to haunt me, I guess, so I got to go and lay the smack down.
Okay.
Or, absorb it and then poop it out, one of the two. So that's why analogies are amazing, because we live in a world full of context that separates us all.
We live in a society.
The context of Down syndrome, the context of lymphoma, the context of breast cancer, the context of leukemia, the context of MS and Parkinson's. But even though they're all separated by names and foundations, it's all connected. they're all offshoots of each other. But the fact that they have a name for it, like Down syndrome, now they have a separate foundation and a separate group and a separate everything. And there's money involved with it, yes. But when you think about it, Down syndrome is no different than any other disease out there. It may be more aggressive in the manifestations.
Down syndrome is very aggressive. You know, when you catch Down syndrome, you can't, Jillian, she doesn't even know what Down syndrome is. Down syndrome, leukemia, it's all the same shit, right? You know, chromosomal disorders, tumors, bacteria, viruses, it's all the same shit. You know, it's a different context, but it's all the same thing, of course. If you don't even understand what leukemia or Down syndrome or a virus or a bacteria is, you're ill-equipped to shine a pair of shoes, let alone try and tell people how to get healthy, okay? Like, fuck me.
But it's not that different than leukemia or candida. Okay? And so we have to stop compartmentalizing, and that's why I do analogies, so people understand that everything is connected. Everything is connected. Just because you have Down syndrome or your kid has Down syndrome doesn't mean it's any different than what your situation is. It's just a more of an aggressive form based upon the biochemistry and what was going on at the time of conception. And that's it. Okay? So when people separate...
You see... I really want her to go more into detail on that one. What were you thinking about at the time that you nutted in that woman? Were your thoughts on trying to bring about a universal cosmic change through copious amounts of violent diarrhea? Or were you thinking about something that was kind of glitching with you in the Matrix? Were you thinking about something that was just bad vibes, man, and that's why your sperm carried with it that negative connotation, that negative intention, with it carried negative minerals or whatever the fuck Jillian's talking about this month, negative hormones into the ovum, right? And you, through your negative vibes and your negative space, maybe your sex was too violent. Maybe that's what it was. All of you out there who like it a little bit rough, what's up? That's dangerous. It could cause dysfunction in your children further on. Like, oh my God. Jillian, please make this video. I need you. Like, I don't know if you're watching my stuff these days or not, but if you are, or somebody out there is who's a Jillian fan, get word to her, please. I need her to explain this to us. We need this. Please. I will personally buy another copy of her book if she makes that video.
Themselves with context, they lose sight that everything is connected, and they treat everything as if it was disconnected. And this is why we still keep dying, because you're not taking everything into account. You're just focusing on a very narrow point of view. And then this is why none of your cures and none of your little protocols out there work. And then people take your money. They take your minerals. They take your peace of mind, and you have no peace of mind, or you're just living
minerals?
From moment to moment, just not.
They take your minerals? Like what? Like listen, we could start a regimen of aggressive chemotherapy to help you with your cancer, but we're going to need all of your copper and half of your tin. Okay? Just putting that out there. Also, if you have any raw silica that can help, that will open you up to options for more advanced pain relief treatments. But like this hospital has a very strict mineral.
So anyways, I know that sounds very morbid on a Sunday, but I'm getting more people getting back on the Jilly Juice train. More people inquiring about the Jilly Juice. I still get stupid trolls every.
Thank you for justifying me making more videos about you. See, it's coming from her. It's coming straight from Jillian, okay? So she's even, like, saying that this is ramping up again. So I'm totally justified with doing this. It's not just all for the views, right, guys? It's... Well, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Just wanted to check in a little bit with Jillian and provide you some of the content that I know you crave. I just try not to make it too terribly often. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And for my family to yours, I'll see you next time. Probably as soon as Jillian says something else just as incredibly stupid. Bye-bye, everybody.